Well, a good game in pretty much all facets for us tonight. Definitely a slow-moving game early on. Just couldn't find a way to get the bats going. Not a lot of hard contact. I thought their starting pitcher and their first reliever, the first two guys for 6 innings, pretty much held us at bay. They made it tough on us. Give those guys a lot of credit, and they swung the bats well. They took advantage of a walk and then a 2-strike hit, and next thing you know, they hit a double and scored 2 runs right there in the first, and our backs were against the wall. It was a 3-1 ball game going into the 6th, and Big Hawk ran into a ball, hit it out of sight to cut it to 3-2, and then we just took advantage of the free pass after that and put together a big inning in the 7th. Logan Davidson hit a big home run. Patrick Cromwell had another good night at the plate, was very patient, had 3 walks, 1 hit, scored 2 runs. And Drew Wharton had 2 RBIs. So offensively, we did just enough, took advantage of the free pass. I thought Travis Marr did a solid job. But really the big story for us on the pitching end was Carson Spires. The double-min weeks are very difficult. It's tough to get through 18 innings of midweek baseball and try to have everybody ready for the weekend. It's just very difficult to do it. And we just took the philosophy tonight that we're going to do everything we can to win this game. So we stretched Marr out and was able to get him a deep start, which was good for him from an experience standpoint. We stretched Carson out tonight, and I don't know if we win the ball game if we don't have Carson pitch as effectively as he did at the end of the game. He kept them at bay and did a great job.
Looks like Hawkins is giving you a lot at the plate consistently.
Yeah, he is. Hawk had hit 2 balls hard tonight. Hit the home run. And then lined out to second base to end an inning. And, if that ball's 1 foot one way or the other, it's probably a base hit. So, and then he drew a big walk, had a walk and an RBI later in the game. So he's definitely swinging the bat well for us, has given us back-to-back good games offensively. And as he grows more and more comfortable, playing second base, we feel good about him as a defender too. So really happy for Justin Hawkins.
Good to get some experience against a guy with different pitch angles this early in the year before you get in the meat of the schedule?
Well, and I told the team after the game, we haven't seen that look, all year. I mean, we haven't seen, the lefty that, is pitching in the upper 70s, low 80s, the typical soft tossing lefty. We haven't seen a soft tossing lefty yet this year, and we saw 2 of them tonight. And then we saw the submarine right-hander. So when you see that soft-tossing lefty, who's going to get you to hit the ball on the end of the bat, and then you get that submarine righty who's going to run it in on your hands, that's a pretty tough look for an offense. So, I thought we put together good at-bats. We just had a hard time hitting the ball on the barrel. And, luckily for us, I think the home run, when Hawkins hit the home run, I told the team about halfway through the game, it's just going to take one guy hitting one hard on the barrel, and I think we'll be fine. And Hawkins left the yard in a hurry, and we kind of settled down after that and, started to put together some good at-bats in the 7th, able to take advantage of the free pass. So it was good to see.
You see the dynamic change in the dugout after those 2 long balls?
Yeah, we got a little fired up after that. I think everybody was just kind of waiting for something to happen. That was the big thing. I think we were just kind of sitting there, all of us, coaches included, and we're just waiting for somebody to hit the ball in the barrel. I told the team I'm thinking about the 4th or 5th inning. It's just going to take one guy to hit the ball on the barrel, and we'll get this thing going. And oftentimes that is the case. It just takes one guy to put together a good at-bat and drill a baseball, and next thing you know, everybody thinks they need to go up there and do the same thing. So, it was just a matter of time, but Wofford did an excellent job of keeping us off balance and giving us different looks on the pitching end.
Is Williams doing okay? It looked like he took a spill there early on in the game.
Yeah, that collision, on the flare. They hit about 4 balls in that spot tonight, kind of a flare down the right field line. He's fine. I think just the collision, you had 3 guys trying to make a play, and unfortunately, they collided and the ball got away. But I think he's fine. Chris is a pretty tough kid. He'll be all right. Yeah, it was just our ground rules are one where you have to keep a foot on the turf to make a catch. You can't elevate on the dugout to make a catch. He left his feet to make a catch, but he did not elevate on the dugout. So I think they got the call right, to be honest with you. But obviously I'm going to try to argue it, to give Chris Williams, up there, because Chris hammers left-handed pitching. I mean, he does. So, but technically he did leave his feet, but he did not use the dugout to elevate, which is in the ground rules. So I was trying to see if I could get Chris back up there, but it didn't work. So I give the umpires credit. They were very professional in the call. They got together, talked about it, and made the call.